me.
What is this pineapple business?
I don't know. How do they taste?
Delicious, especially coming from Bardolph's fist.
Is that what you call it, the fist?
Yeah.
I mean, it does do things. We talked about this. But yes, thank you very much, Creamy Moses and Alex. We are going to get into this one. It is going to be good, and I like this map for Mousesports and the fact, again, Luminosity is so deep in this, they talked about it, but this is a good chance for Mousesports.
I actually really like Mousesports in this map. It's one of the ones where they'll heavily run on Nico. Like, he'll be heavily going towards the A side by himself, opening the squeaky door, making things happen. He can really find picks and do some serious work on this map. No one really knows how to lock him down yet. He's just so versatile, opening up the map and finding multiple frags, while his team are on the other side of the map making actual B executions about to happen as he's doing that. It's a really cool thing to watch. It does heavily rely on Nico actually stepping up, though. Problem is, we saw Chris J go absolutely crazy yesterday. Had a fantastic game on Dust 2. Can he deliver the same sort of results against a proper Tier 1, one of the best teams in the world? Brazilian side Luminosity right now against Fallen. Do we think that's a possibility?
I mean, that's the hard thing. Luminosity is so good in execution. This map is still execution based in some sense. It's a little more open, it's a little more fast paced than it was originally when it came out in the meta, and it definitely is more T-sided based on the statistics we saw at the major, just on how it's become known to be played. But how do you go against Luminosity when you're Mousesports? They've played them close in the past. They can play up against anyone on a good day, but they rarely have the days where they go above and beyond, and you know Luminosity's dead consistent as of late.
Well, it's going to be D-Cash, the first and only map here in the best of one. Mousesports versus Luminosity. Luminosity starting on the terrorist side here. 4 sets of armor for them. Fallen will be going for the utility play. He's got a smoke grenade and a Molotov as well. It's looking like everyone's actually dedicating themselves towards the A side of the map. A little boost coming in as well, and 3 players heading towards the squeaky door. So this should be a smoke towards highway, Molotov towards the quad, burst out and try and swarm the bomb site. And then we'll have one player flanking from highway once that execution has come in.
And the smoke's already over. Deep doesn't cover off the inside of the site, try and cover for a plant, but they don't account for Speedy. He takes the bomb down, and Dennis and Nex easily able to get shots from the catwalk, so that smoke goes deep intentionally. It's by design so they can plant in the open safely. It doesn't account for the crossfire set for the entry, and now it's just Fallen and Cold Zero that left. Speedy takes some damage from that Molotov, tries to get forced out for the open of Fallen, but Dennis is still up there. They haven't moved him yet, and he's going to get 2 remaining kills from the top.
So a lot of CT teams at the moment are playing full retakes on the A-bomb side. That's what that smoke goes down on the side. Now, right-hand side, and anyone from the CT spawn trying to retake in, they don't have any vision on the nice open plan that could potentially come down for Luminosity. Unfortunately for the Brazilians, obviously Mousesports, they've set up the perfect counter for that execution. They've got people up in heaven looking down as they come out the squeaky door. Easy frags coming in, and we actually saw Nex and Dennis stepping up massively. Dennis gets 3. And Luminosity do not get the plan down. So we're going to go into a force buy in round number 2 here. They're going to have Desert Eagles, PT-50s and Tech 9s. They have got a smoke and flashbangs as well. Looks like a very similar tactic, almost a mirror of what we saw in the pistol. 3 towards Squeaky, 1 boosted up, and it's going to be a smoke over from Fallen as well. So trying to get the bomb down in this round at all costs.
The Tech 9s, it's running gun to try and force it out in the back of the site, but it's Nico. UMP in hand takes down Taco. Good response from Fur. Traded by Dennis, and bomb dropped behind the red crate does favor Mousesports in this sense. Quick pop flash out. Dennis tries to get himself back in position, but properly timed flash. In response, he's able to dodge it, sit back, and find FNX trying to push onto him. That's all into Cold Zero this time, who's the last to go down. Speedy finds it. A lot of SMG kills built up as well, which is excellent for Mousesports.
I'm not sure I'm a massive fan of that style of play. Obviously, they're doing that one smoke and trying to force the squeaky door, but the thing is that the most traditional way to do it is smoking towards highway and through quad, and you push through the smokes with a flashbang, and you use the advantage of the running and gun potential with the Tech 9s. You're kind of swarming the CTs and having that surprise element through the smoke. So far Luminosity is running out squeaky door, and they don't really have any cover or any flashbangs to get them out there, and it's easy pickups for Mousesports in this frags.
I'm also going to be curious to see, Adren did the breakdown of the Liquid versus LG semi-final, and the double smoke strat that they did not come back to that, because Dennis is going to take down Fallen at middle to start it off, but they do that double smoke. It's almost like a tunnel you're walking through, a mask, a shield, and Taco walked out of it, cleared out quad, because he showed up on the wide side of it. I think there's actually a meta within that people can do this to create entry points. So why not 2 smokes here on this entry point at B? You get deeper in the site. That someone with good crosshair placement has to change it now to find where you're going to show up from. Why not smoke toward the bomb and then go in for the fast plant in that situation when you're on an eco? So I think there's something to be developed there, but I'm curious to see if they use it or not, because that's obviously a known strat. Front page Reddit, everyone's aware of the fact that they did it.
Well, here we go. And it's going to be round number 3. This is almost the throwaway round here for Luminosity. Just trying to pick up any frags they can. They are just on Glocks. Trying not to give too much away here. Next is going to be taking FNX down there. objective here for the CTs, not drop a single player, and they have succeeded as well. So 3-0 for Mousesports, looking very strong. And now this is the bonus, aka Jaden round coming in now, Matt. Yes. They do have the opportunity to keep these UMPs. That's going to be Chris J next. And Nico just has a Tech 9. I'm sure he must have something else dropped on the other, kind of adjusting themselves. Chris J presumably will get the AWP at this stage, so he throws over his UMP to Nico. Chris J gets the AWP. And the UMP, for anyone who's on the way, yes, it is a SMG, but it is very effective in gun rounds. It's a very versatile weapon, especially on a map like Cash. Lots of tight angles you can get up to, close mid in the B halls, for example. So a fast play coming in though from Luminosity. Seems like they're going for heavy mid play here, boosting themselves up, looking for that first kill.
Chris doesn't have the AWP in mid, so they can't counter it immediately. Fur gets the first shot, and the problem now is that Nex gets strapped to the sandbags. Molotov so easily able to cover off that position. He drops to FNX, who catches him on the retreat. And Nico's still here, though.
The two SMGs gone. This is a perfect call from Luminosity. Nico doing what he can now. Takes down Cold Zera, bringing it down to a more manageable situation. 4-on-3, still an advantage of Luminosity. Nico's still aggressive towards middle. He has 16 HP, just holding there.
Fur's going to push up as well behind the white box. Chris rotates beyond Z connector, so that indicates they want to give up middle. Play inside the sites. They, together with Nico now, both go back to the A site. Luminosity is left with one smoke on Taco, and that might be a problem with the AWP now back toward the quad position.
I always say this, Cash has to be a very reactive map. You can see now the CTs with the disadvantage. We have Nico pushing the squeaky door. Luminosity are well aware of this though. They're waiting for this reaction to come in, and you can see that's the punishment right there. Taco playing this round perfectly. Luminosity know they've got a huge advantage. Just bide your time, slow things down, and you're going to find a CT player making the next mistake. Chris J now, he's the next one that has to step up. He gets taken out by Fallen, and now Speedy in an impossible situation. He'll be saving his weapon towards Toxic. So that's a textbook Counter-Strike round on Cash from Luminosity. Just holding up after they get the man advantage. Obviously knew the SMGs were still in the hands of Mousesports, went for that fast mid-take, and they took both those down very quickly, and then round was simple procedure from that point.
And Fur just sat in middle the whole time as well, just in case anyone did rotate late. But Speedy should get away inside of Toxic right now. With the M4A1S. Diffuse kit, armor, flashbang, nade as well.
Well, they will have enough cash by a long stretch for the next round, so Speedy can save this weapon as well. It helps boost the coffers a little bit.
Chris J's the only one that won't, but you're right, saving this one gun will save him as well.
Exactly.
Get him in a position.
The Luminosity, a pretty flawless round there. It's only Cold Zera that's dropped, and they will be picking up an AWP as well on towards Fallen. So a very successful round for them in the first opening rifle round there.
So Chris has 1,700. Everyone else can buy themselves. But do they drop a FAMAS? Does Dennis buy himself a FAMAS and drop the AWP? That's the question.
They'll drop an AWP for
they
Chris
did, okay.
J, yeah. So they have a very decent buy going to this one. It's only Nico that's struggling a little bit. Obviously, you don't need the head armor against AK-47s. It'd be crazy for Luminosity to bring an SMG at this stage. They know the money's strong for Mousesports. So 4 rifles for them. AWP on Fallen, of course. Chris J now positioning himself towards the B storage area. Looking like he will be boosting up Speedy as well. He can back up towards middle. Once again, looking like LG are focusing towards the A side of the map.
Nico's going to play close to this smoke as well. Flash in. He's blind. They overlook him. He gets into the corner. They may find one on entry against Fur, but now it's the shooting gallery, and he's going to wait for the shots to present themselves. The first is too easy because he's weakened up. The second, Fur falls, and Nico turns around and finds Taco in the doorway.
Nico's such a beast on that A-bomb site, waiting for them to fully execution. It seems like Luminosity going for the surprise play there. Nice fast A attack. Smoke's going in, running through them themselves, and Nico just stepping up like he's just behind them. The snake in the grass, Matthew.
As you would say.
No, as you would say, I think. And 4 kills for him. Very successful round. That's actually a pretty hard reset for Luminosity. They will be forcing into this. They get a Tech 9 on Cold Zera. Fallen on the Galil, and same story for Fur as well. They have got smoke grenades here, but it's definitely a much more difficult procedure going into this. Fallen has lost his AWP. They will be going to a default setup here, and we can see actually Mousesports sending 3 players towards middle. They saw that potential from Luminosity, that very fast boost mentality. So got to be positioning themselves and seeing whether that comes in. But so far, LG just working with the pits and trying to bait out any CT grenades.
And the spray goes both ways through that door. Trying to get some early damage done. Bonus for the kill, but early damage would be enough in this situation, especially with Cold Zera limited to that Tech 9. If it could go the way of Mousesports, it would be beneficial. 4-1, this is the worst possible scenario. We talked about this, that reset that can come in.
We haven't seen Luminosity go towards the B side yet. It's been heavily focused towards A and middle. maybe set themselves up for a B split here. You can see there's a boost up from Fur. He's got the Galil. He's joined by a teammate as well. So they could go for a full-on split here. The bomber's going towards B storage. Yeah, I think that's all they'll be going for. They push the CT players back, but Speedy's still in that vents area. It does spot them as well. So that's intel gathered. The CTs will adjust themselves now. They're allowing Luminosity to have mid. That's absolutely fine. As long as you're playing passively and keeping an eye on the highway and towards the vents, you can actually hold this off pretty effectively.
Fur's going to check the highway now that they have the vents. So as you said, the B split looking to be the plan. Taco with the bomb. He's the only one coming through B tunnels right now, so the rest of them will funnel in through the vents. All four, aside from Taco. And Nico's going to rotate, but this puts Chris in a position who has to hit shots. AWP successful against Cold Zero. That's the Tech 9. He was the one scouting for the information. But as we see it, the bomb is flung forward because Nex hits Taco. That commits them to this B side, and it's all too easy. No one even killed on the side of Mousesports.
Very well from Mousesports there. Once they had established as a piece, but you can see everyone left the A bomb site, fell back, and they had Chris J on the back with the AWP being helped out from teammates from Headshot as well. They're taking all the aggro. He's hitting all the shots he was required to as well. It's a question mark always when you see Chris J play. Is he going to be hitting the shots that count? This time he's delivering. It's going to be 5-1 in favour of Mousesports. And Luminosity, they're broken in terms of the financial situation as well. So just a couple of PC-50s, some Glocks, no utility. This should be 6-1. Should be. Mousesports have struggled in their Antikas in the past, but this tournament actually, they look like they've been very effective. So some lessons learned from previous tournaments, perhaps.
Default smoke. Yeah, this is much better Mousesports again yesterday as well. To put Liquid into the lower bracket, which we all know what happened then.
Yeah.
I'll tell you fondly if you don't remember. But it is a much better Mousesports. It's more disciplined as well. That's one of the things that's definitely.
They seem to be coming to every tournament, looking better and better, working on the problems, and
I mean, it is the roster that you would think of all of them, especially when they took the Pentacore that was bound for a breakthrough, and it never happened, and you have to ask questions, but if it works out, Nico's going to spray through the open now Squeaky Door, which has been open and closed. There it is. He takes down FNX. Luminosity looking dry so far early in this matchup, as Taco will take back at least one on the entry through, but Plant, can they get it? There's someone so close, there's not going to push through. Dennis was on 14, so he couldn't afford to risk it.
Yeah, that's the discipline I'm talking about. They still will win this round, hands down. It'd be an absolute travesty if they were to drop this. Chris J, Speedy, and Nex finishing things off there. That's the discipline I'm referencing there. The fact that they actually could have gone in there and tried to stop the bomb plan there, but it was going to cost them money. They could have lost some rifles. Wait for your teammates to rotate it. Make sure it's a very efficient retake, and then you're building your own bank account. Regardless, Luminosity get the bomb down. They will have 5 rifles this time. No AWP on Fallen, so 5 AKs, decent amount of utility as well. Could go for that mid fast aggression before they know they can get towards middle and actually push the CTs back and get that control nice and early. But the B take they went for last round was actually very lackluster. As we go into round number 8, the scoreline is now 6-1. And we'll see where Chris J repositions himself. He actually will be going back towards B, so it hasn't been too dynamic at the moment. It's the fast mid take who's broken him out.
And FNX is already down through into the cubby, pushed off. Inside of middle is Nex, so Dennis has to rotate down the highway to compensate for it. Works out. He's got one, he's got 2. Fur missing shots, not common. And he's down to 1 HP, but Dennis, with both of them dead, gives his team such a good lead in this round that they have to fall back from. And LG with 2 inside mid are still going to commit to this play.
Very impressive from Dennis there. The fact he's actually got away with his life as well. 5 on 3. CT don't really have to work too hard, but Nika's not happy with that. He's going to be taking the kill down towards Squeaky Door. Speedy chimes in as well. 1 kill has been found for Luminosity. That's taken down Nico, and now it's just Fallen left in a 3-on-1. Dennis is on 1 HP, but the bomb is all the way down towards T-spawn. You can see Chris J. He's pushed B storage. He's ready for this. Should be able to land the shot. Easy peasy. He takes him down, and that's Dennis. That's all about him having the bravery to actually challenge those 2 players in middle. Most people would be happy with that 1 frag and fall back. He went for 2. It was a big play, and he pulled it off. So Mousesports absolutely on fire right now. Everyone's stepping up across the board. Normally we would talk about Nico. It's only ever him that's carrying them, but it seems like this tournament, everyone's kind of contributing and very effectively.
And what a good setup. Dennis peeks after Nex gets smoked off, gives him the information. So Mousesports getting cash in a best of 1 against Luminosity. It looks so good so far. Fur gonna peek toward A main right now. Taco's already worked out toward that squeaky position as well, but FNX gonna sit back with bomb, and LG have to be a little bit more patient in middle with Fallen because there's a smoke still deployed there, the default smoke from the CT side.
That should be another pretty simple round. It's a partial buy from Luminosity. Tech 9's body armor. First kill comes in. Nico takes down Taco once again through the door. He's not buying whatever he's selling there. 5 and 4 now. Terrorists don't really have many options. Fallen does have a smoke, but all he can really do with that is maybe chuck it towards highway or quad, and Fur can try and flash them in and try and get another plant down here, but it's stuck with very little options.
Chris J peeks, doesn't see it. The first time Cold Zero responds, the Deagle shot back to 4 versus 4. And the rotation comes in swiftly on the back of this. A default smoke thrown out from Speedy to delay it because he knows that that's a possibility now.
I still have a smoke now for CT Spawn. Now there are some options. Now it's a 4-on-4. CTs don't really they haven't pushed for intel right now, and here comes the play actually from Luminosity.
And no one, Dennis is still in Z connector. No one's going to come through that vent position. So that single smoke, if it had hit CT, it would have been perfect, but it didn't quite make it there. It's in the back corner of the site. Instead, Dennis is the fall away from heaven. Speedy going to time his peak accordingly. They're still looking toward that vent position, expecting someone to come through it. No one will.
What's cool about this is they've recovered the AWP and slowed things right down. They need to work another pick here, giving it to Fallen, of course, and now they're making their advance to the bomb side. It's a double kill, collateral from Fallen, out of nowhere. Speedy doing what he can on the bomb side, but it's not enough. It's going down to a 3-on-1. Nico finds Fallen, but is stuck in a horrible position. 10 seconds remain, bomb getting planted.
So a single AWP pickup. Fallen turns around. Nico has to clutch this out. 2 already, and 2 to go. Has a kit, a single flashbang. And Fur's low enough on HP at 27, but he's the one holding the M4, so look for the bait to come out from FNX. And the shots from Nico indicate that he's close by the small pit. He's going to hold the wide angle, and Fur's going to close it down. That's a gift for Lumi, 7-2 on an eco round.
It all began with that Desert Eagle kill from Cold Zera. I said there were very little options there, but when you're hitting shots like that, you definitely open doors for yourself. He gets that kill, they manage to salvage AWP, get themselves calmed down towards the checker room, stop the CT approaches coming in. Fallen somehow, okay, he finds a double kill, why not? And that's pretty much the round over at that point. Very impressive stuff from Luminosity, finding something out of nothing. 7-2 now. Mousesports still have plenty of cash, they will be full buying once again. Chris J still towards Pete. More of a default play coming in from Lumi this time.
Taco once again is going to contest that squeaky door position. And Nico's inside, aiming, good shot from Fallen, finds him behind the smoke. A change of pace, from Mousesports, and Fallen reads it well.
It's a pretty standard play. When you see that smoke going down, every terrorist will be checking that. It's very lucky to get away with that, this sort of level of CS, but it is going to be Fallen that finds that first pick, and a key player as well. Nico is taken down. This is what we talk about, the CT reaction has to come in. So if you look at Dennis, he's pushed towards the squeaky door himself. He's taken down as well, so that reaction does not work out for them. That should be the round pretty much tied up now for Luminosity.
Taco falling away is just going to watch to make sure there's no more aggression. Cold's the one that's watching over toward Toxic and B, make sure there's no push there. What they don't have is the information on where the rotation has gone. It's actually stayed pretty spread out. Speedy's over the top of Highway. Next, who was in middle, goes down to the nade from FNX. And FNX is going to burn Speedy alive as well, so utility kills for him twice so. But Chris J's still alive. He's got Fallen, he's caught out though. Cold Zera's there. Pretty straightforward after those first 2 picks did come in.
Oh, Nico did try to mix things up, but did get punished, and that opens the floodgates for Luminosity. Now it's a double AWP setup for them on the T side of Cash. They'll be slowing things right down, probably someone towards B storage, one boosted up towards middle, try and wear the next pick. But Mousesports have gone for an eco here. We have got some dualies out on Christian.
Well, unfortunately, as Luminosity is trying to build back into the game, there was a misbuy and someone dropped an SG in spawn as well. So that's going to hurt them moving forward. That's not what you can do when you're down 7-3. Either way, Fallen does still find Nico winning the round, make up for it, I guess, but the double op setup against pistols need to be a little bit careful not to give one away either and have it saved against them.
Chris J with the dualies now pushing in B storage. You can see Taco and FNX waiting for him. Here comes the flashbang. He's going to be trying to surprise one of them. Flash does not land though, it's not successful. He flashes himself, Speedy's dropped. Chris J now punished as well. 5-on-2, Next and Dennis remain. So they tried something there, trying to go aggressive, try and push through the smoke with the flashbang, but actually ended up flashing themselves and turned out to be a bit of a blunder. So this double AWP setup, down, finding the picks, and now Next to Dennis is trying to find a kill. They can save a weapon out of this, to be absolutely incredible, because Luminosity still not advanced to a bomb site. They want to wait until they find the next frag.
So 10 kills for Nex and Nico aside, but Luminosity starting to claw back into this as we're about to approach 7-4. No pushing from Nex or Dennis to find any guns. There isn't any available aside from the SG that's in the spawn by accident.
Of course.
As FNX does take down Dennis as well. There's the Deagle left on Nex to see if he can find a long-range kill as they peek him toward trucks. Fur likely going to be the one to do so. And Nex just looks the way that should give it up. Does go back for the peak, but he's already taken substantial damage, and Fur puts him down. All 5 stay alive, so the efficiency is there for Luminosity to start building the bank.
Well, Mouse now, although the money's decent, I'm not sure they're going to go for the AWP. Next could buy one now and drop it for Chris. They're actually going to go for the 5 M4s here, so have got smoke grenades, one incendiary as well. If a fast mid strat did come in, it's going to be difficult for them to hold it off. The double orb setup still rolling for Luminosity. It'll be interesting to see what kind of approach they do. I assume it's going to be more of the same. Fallen got a decent spawn towards B. He'll be going to face the bomb site straight away. Going to be flashed out for now. Bit more of a default stance once again. Run boost coming in towards the A side. Nico has been boosted up. So he went for the aggressive push last round on the gun round and got punished for it. This is another change of pace for him.
Fallen misses that shot over toward B, but look at Taco's HP, down to 9. Clever little spot. Go.
Fallen did find that pick towards B eventually. He took down Speedy. And now Chris J trying to work out how he can rectify the situation. He will be pushing the smoke by the looks of things as well. As he needs to find a frag. We talk about this reaction coming from the CT. As soon as you lose a man, you need to be pushing, finding intel and trying to get a frag back in exchange. But Chris J now is sensing that B may be clear, calling for the rotation. And that would be correct because that's where Luminosity are heading right now.
I'm just going to grab though. It's going to be a late boost from LG, and if Nex gives up middle this quickly without any pressure put on it, best option is he rotates toward highway and stacks up the A site because they could still go for the split here. Fur's the one that's gone through this though, and he's got the bomb.
Remember, we have got Nico boosted here as well, so if they were to come A, this is the best chance Mousesports have got in this 5-on-4.
And it looks like more and more so that they will. Fallen already inside of A main. He's here. Do they check it? That's the gamble. He's already looking toward highway. That gives away the information. And first spots it right away. There's not even a single kill for Nico. And now they've got the chance for the execution. Next gonna have to rotate early from truck. Does get on the inside of the smokes. That'll catch at least one off in Fur. And the transition. Oh, Nex takes FNX as well. Falling gets the shot back to Chris J. But Nex with an unbelievable play gives the round to Mousesports.
That was spectacular from Nex. What a play that was. Racing and seeing the players coming through the smoke. Great spray transfer and wins them the round single-handedly. They were a man down on that play. And Nico, like you said, went down without finding a single kill, and here's the replay on your screen right now. That's second kill. Yes, it's a very low HP player, but still to have the awareness to take him down and adjust yourself to get that third as well. Next, a player's been called out recently for lack of performance. He steps up and gets Mousesports back into this game. 8 versus 4 now, after a 3-round deficit. That's very strong indeed for Mousesports. Money's still not fantastic. See, Speedy's been knocked down to a UMP, but Chris J back on the AWP himself, so that's going to revitalise him now. He's into round number 13. Looks like Speedy's going aggressive, of course, towards this B storage. Has smoked them out and got towards Toxic as well.
Cold's going to have to wait for this. He's heard the aggression. He's heard them fall back. He's got all the information from whatever lovely headset his sponsor provides him with. But Cold Zero goes back through and finds Speedy, caught immediately by Chris J. So traded, and thankfully so from the perspective of Mousesports because they couldn't afford to go down that early.
It was a nice try from Speedy. Used the smoke to take away the vision from T-Spawn when a lot of players will be camping to see that push coming in. He flashes, has a duel with Cold Zero, but there it is. Chris J does get the second one. It's Fallen as well. Gives them the man advantage. Like you see now, we do have mid-control coming in from Fur. CTs have sacrificed it, but they have got Nico boosted up on the bomb site. He'll be watching highway like a hawk. As it's looking like an A-split will be coming in. The bomb's still not established itself, actually. We have got Taco waiting towards A main. This will be a simple play. Let the orb go in first, see if he can find a pick, see if there's anything available, then smoke off the key points on the map, maybe Molotov towards quad, and see if a pick does make itself known. This is great from Nico. I actually really like this.
And flashed off it though, can't stay there. Molotov off toward NBK so that they check the fence. And Dennis is going to have to move forward on this smoke. Good breed from Fur. Goes immediately into that position, but now it's back to Nico. Flash goes beyond him. He's got full vision, drops bomb, boost above, countered by Nex again, who rotates over. And Nico's going to get clever and try and sneak in, but Nex is doing it all himself.
Really strong play there from Mousesports, looking like they're reading the game very well, having decent crossfires, good synergy on the bomb sites as well. So that's actually going to put Luminosity in a difficult position. And they have got cash. Fur could drop an AWP if they wanted to, but it's still, the money hasn't been balanced yet. So you can see Galil's coming out, Tech 2 AKs. I'd like to see them do a full set piece in this round map. They need to make sure they can get the bombs down and actually have a chance of making it uncomfortable for the CTs. Round number 14, so they're going to take a big play. Looking like they may be setting up from smoke here, so this will potentially be what we saw maybe on the pistol round. 3 players towards Squeaky Door. There are smokes going towards middle as well. That's the wall of smokes to take away vision from the CTs. So maybe that's the distraction and go back towards A main and try and keep the CTs there as long as possible in the middle.
There's going to be a bounce smoke out from the Squeaky. Actually, they don't. They just go. I was looking at this might have been the play where they do run that double smoke, but there was no one inside of A main to throw it. They didn't even put one out. They're going to double up now toward the back of CT crate, but a bomb plant down. No one in the A site. It's a full retake from Mouse. Nico starts it off well, though. Does take one under Fur, and Fallen has to hold the off angle. There's no flank coming in as of yet. Dennis is going to back off of middle. And Cold was watching for that flank, so it does leave him further away from the activity in the site, but it's still a man alive if the bomb continues to tick. Well, not fully forced out of position as that Molotov will not reach, but Fallen is forced because the smoke is on top of him and they have to go for it. Good damage done from Taco towards the forklift, but next again he finds another kill. Now the Molotov is going to burn, and the defuse, it's coming in, but Fallen, it's wide enough. Do they have it from the inside? Yes, there's a second man on it. They've got the defuse.
That's really interesting. Why Luminosity so defensive with that kind of plans going down? They had full control of the site as well. They didn't even have to plan like that. They did a perfect fake. It was actually a textbook fake. Very fast, very quick, took away full vision with the CTs, full rotation coming towards middle. They had an open A bomb site, and that decision to plant there, that's fine if you're going to plant there. Just adjust accordingly. You've got time to set up your crossfires. They fall back to A main, have two players there, obviously waiting for rotation to come through middle, but there's just no way you can win the round if your players die on the bomb site. So put themselves in a very, almost unwinnable situation at that point. But going to round number 15 now, they get the bomb down, so that helps boost this by slightly. 2 Galils and 3 AKs, and looks like they'll be focusing their efforts towards B.
The efforts at B just have to wait slightly as there is a smoke out on the corner. Speedy's the only one inside of the site. Chris J watching from CT, easily to smoke him. Easily enough to smoke him, but he can rotate into heaven.
This is a B set piece with Molotovs, smoke going in, and trying to swarm the B bomb side.
And the question is, how many Molotovs do they throw toward that generator position? Because if they get enough in, Speedy's going to be limited. There it is, a single bit of damage. He has to go behind the back boxes. It's going to be the only spot, and they know it. They're already pre-firing it, Furs into it. Nico gets one on the rotation, so the double op's now the closest to the action. And Nico, look how brave this is. Look how aggressive. No drop just yet. But he's got the angle. They have no idea that he's here. If he can just buy some space and time out of this position, this could be perfect. Fallen's got Chris J. That's one of the ops down. And there it is. Nico. Again, no idea. Bomb dropped as well down below. And suddenly, it starts to favor Mousesports again. FNX has to play against two, and it's Nico with the AWP.
You're right. How brave was that orb? Just running around, trying to quickscope everyone from heaven. That's actually pretty sick from him. Find 3 kills as well, locking them down before they even had a chance to get on the bomb site. It looked like a really nice execution from Luminosity. This Mousesports didn't give anything away. Exchanging frags effectively, waiting for the rotations as well. Next, backing up Nico in that upper area. Does drop down and find a couple of kills, and Nico to finish it off with a wallbang, of course. So 11 plays 4. I did not think this would be the scoreline in the first half on Cash, but Mousesports looking incredibly strong right now. Next, stepping up tremendously. 18 for 7 for him. Had some really sensational rounds. Get them actually out of dire situations, so that's really cool.
And one of the guys that's been kind of under the microscope lately for poor performances, so really good to see next.
Yeah, very, very impressive.
Dennis was decent as well. I remember starting off, I think it was the first gun round, or maybe, I think it was the second gun round.
In middle
with the 2 kills, the double face. That was pretty brave. Survives it with 1 HP.
Nico, of course. It's like we say on the desk and stuff. We used to say if Nico turns up, they've got a really good chance. It's not even the case of if anymore. He seems to play well every single match. Yeah, every match. I don't think I've seen him play a bad game in the last 3 months. It's unbelievable. But here we go. Then the second half comes in. Mousesports with a massive lead going into the second half. They're on the T side now. If they win this pistol, they're in a very firm position to take this map. Luminosity up against the ropes. So we go with 5 sets of armor here. And we'll see whether they bring any aggression to the table or be holding back in that retake mentality we talk about. Looking like they're sending 3 players towards A, and it's actually FNX who's going to be facing towards A storage. Does not spot a single thing here, so information gathered at least.
Toronto's pushed so aggressively. No one spotted it yet. Chris does see the back of the 2 players. The further back one, that's Fur. But this forces them over toward the B side. Fallen has that information. Cold has to rotate from Z connector, so it's a long way to go. A lot of space to buy. Fallen's going to be caught in no man's land. He chooses to rotate through checker, and there's no escape pattern there, so it instantly goes the way of Nico. But look at Cold Zero going right back into them. 2 kills for him. And FNX gets up in toward heaven to watch the cross. 2 players below not spotted, but good positions from LG, and FNX does find Speedy. So a pistol round finally looking to go the other way. I say finally as if there's been a lot of them. There's only 2 pistol rounds, Henry, but they split, and that gives
a chance.
Yes, I know.
We've got. But yeah, Luminosity, this great individual, precise aim there coming in with the USPs. FNX in first, stepping up. We did see Nico with his famed Deagle in the pistol round. Doesn't even get armor with it, just gets a Desert Eagle. Always seems to find a kill here. He took down Fallen to open things up, and that's normally enough to get into a bomb site there, but made the decision to rush in towards B. They got locked down with the USPs. If they hit that first shot, it's very difficult to actually reply. And it's going to be Luminosity taking the pistol here. So there is kind of force back coming from Mousesports here. They got 3 sets of armor and upgraded pistols as well. Speedy and Chris J was a little bit more conservative. Luminosity coming in with 3 SMGs and a FAMAS and an M4. And you can see spread out across the map. Straight line, making sure they cover all the angles.
So the SMGs.
This is the kind of formation I was discussing in the pre-game. So Nico will always go towards that squeaky door area with the Deagle, try and open things up for his team. You can see on the mini-map right now, 4 of his players are actually towards that B storage area. So this is classic Nico style. He's very good at opening up these sort of situations and finding kills. If he does, it's amazing. This team can just wait for the CT to peel away from B, then they execute in. But if Nico dies, that's when it looks a little bit, what were you actually trying to achieve there? But it's going to be difficult for him in this circumstance. He's only got the Desert Eagle. And he has made some footing though.
Problem is, yeah, he gets out in the open that far. Cold was just waiting for it. There was no chance he had that angle covered off. So Cold, with the FAMAS, wins the duel. Next tries to battle back down middle with the Deagle. Dennis and Chris, Speedy next, all gathering right now inside of A main. It's Taco and Cold. But watch Taco's position. This is a bit peculiar because he's checking toward that squeaky door. Gets caught in the open. Now they go for the flash. Next, closed by Cold. More blood left inside A main than the blood on the walls of 410 in Ohio, Henry.
Yes. At 11 plays 6 now. It comes down to Nico trying to find an opening pick. Had he found it, they would have rushed into the B bomb site. Could have been very effective. He doesn't make it happen, and Luminosity hit the round with pretty much complete ease there. They flashed into A main.
Nico's got the angle. It is covered off. He gets 2 to his own. Cold's going to actually not get the last one. It looked like we did as we switched him. It was actually Taco that got that as well, but either way, good solid round from LG. Very efficient. Wow. Now the guns do come out, though. This is when, yeah, okay, you're going to say it.
What am I going to say?
Chris J is making the decision to go glass cannon.
Decision to go glass cannon.
Or he's going to go with the Creed.
He loves this weapon. Is that right?
Okay, so
go on, make your point.
This is what I was going to say yesterday, and I didn't in the first game, and people tweeted me saying why I didn't. The first bullet inaccuracy in CSGO, Robin brought this up with the devs, and what they said is, it's not that we want the AK to be inaccurate, it's that we want it to have a fall off over range, and the devs have designed the Krieg to be the accurate gun, so there's a different meta at places like Dust 2 and Long. I don't know if I agree with it, but that's what it is. So that's why the Krieg is actually reasonable at range in that first bullet tap. Just more information for you.
No, that's actually, it's really cool to see this weapon. I think it'll be used more and more towards the end of this year. People are realizing it does have some great potential in certain situations. Cass has lots of long range angles, sort of B storage, picking towards quad, so let's see how Chris can utilize it. They have got control of middle here. CTs have sacrificed in. It's going to be Fallen to get the first kill onto Chris J, but Nico replying straight away, taking down third. Now Fallen stuck towards Toxic. Difficult position for him, and Next finds the kill as well. An opening towards the B side. It's actually completely for sale here. CT's rotating through CT spawn.
Cold Zero fires into that wall. No one on the other side of it yet, but just looking for a lucky shot because he has to wait for his teammates to get into positions to make this suitable. That's going to be such a hard retake into this B site with Nico able to swing based on information both toward the vent and CT spawn. Dennis is waiting as well as Taco wants to walk through, but this is not an easy access plan. 2 other players from CT at CT connector back toward the tree. Dennis is going to spot it. Easy kill. Nico does the same on the FNX. That's all left to Cold, and the AWP not even going to be saved. Dennis, it's a great shot.
Yeah, lovely stuff from Dennis there to finish things off, but you saw Fallen after getting that initial pick onto Chris J. Most players would fall back in that situation. They knew he was in towards Toxic, and as soon as I saw him with 3 players on his screen, he's either going to get one and taken down. He actually got worse than that. He actually got taken down with nothing, and that opened up the B side completely. The CT's decided to go for the retake. I think at that stage, when you're a 4-on-3 and you've got no positional control of the situation, I think saving the weapons and building the bank bonus would have been more viable. But now they will be going to a force buy here. Famus's 3 M4s, no kits. This is a situation where CT need to make something happen. Looks like they may be going for a boost here. So trying to find that first pick, but there's 2 terrorists waiting on the other side. This could get explosive as FNX does get boosted and punished as well by Nico. It's a double kill. Take down Cold Zero as well. 5-on-3. That should be the round advantage. And you can see now LG pushing into A storage, trying to rectify the mistakes that were made.
And what a massive round win this would be because Luminosity has no money left. Taco falling back now, not able to find those kills when they did get aggressive initially, Next, they're still not committed. This is smart, like you say for Mousesports. They can actually slow this down entirely.
Yeah, it's just this classic tech to stay together now as a formation. Make sure you're refragging and trading effectively, and no one should be dropped without a kill being exchanged. So now they will be going for the mid control and maybe splitting towards B. We have got Speedy patrolling the storage area as well. They have made it to the vents unscathed for now, but there is a player waiting for them. It's going to be Fallen. Takes down one, gets Speedy, but Chris J answers back straight away.
Great shot from Chris. If Fallen had pulled that off, that was a ballsy move, considering how close the other players at Checker were to catching him out. Good smoke at CT, though. If Taco had any chance of taking down both Nico and Dennis, who sit with 5 combined HP, that was negated by that smoke. And already LG has to fall away from this. This is big. This is massive for Mousesports.
Yeah, well, they're only getting $1,900 next round map, and they'll be on full eco. So I'd say just save these 2 M4s. You've got the skill within the lineup to make them effective in next round, and hopefully make something of it if you were to stack an area or go for an aggressive face next round. So This one will be going in favour of Mousesports. We will hit 13, place 7. And now the hunt is on. I think the terrorists can probably justify going for these weapons. They know how big it will be if they manage to find these 2 kills. Problem is, Nico and Dennis are very low HP, and Chris J with the AWP, maybe it's not such a safe idea here. So Luminosity will save their 2 rifles, but the money is in complete tatters here. $1,900 comes in. Fur and Taco need to step up this round if they're going to have any chance. We've got to have a little timeout here, Matthew. Time to cool down, work out what's going on, and see if they got to approach this next round.
I mean, it's not common we see LG in these situations, but Mousesports are looking excellent.
Well, they are the king of comebacks. We saw that at the major. So,
just ask Kiko.
Yes. It's a tactical timeout here. So this is a chance for them to work out, okay, we have 2 rifles. We're really up against the ropes right now. It's coming closer and closer to map points. Do we take this one on the chin and actually allow our money to stabilize and try and get back into it at the 14th round? Or we force buy into this with the 2 rifles, we take the Desert Eagles, we try and do an aggressive face, and we try and find that first pick. But Matthew, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
What are you doing this weekend?
I don't know yet, Henry. What am I doing this weekend?
I just want to know.
I was thinking about going to Dreamhack Masters.
Right. Go on.
I found a date actually via Twitter, but if you need a date, they can still get tickets. Yeah, it's true. You do always need a date. You hate to be alone. Don't worry, I'm here for you. But if you need a date, they can still get tickets. Masters.dreamhack.com. You can get VIP, sit on the floor, get perks such as free food, and you might run into a few players here and they're getting on and off the stage. Much easier to meet them in that sense. You might also meet us. I might not talk to you. I'm kind of mean. But if you don't want that, if you don't want to spend the extra little bit, and you still want to be in the building, the general admission is also available.
Where do they have to go to find these tickets?
I already said, Henry. Maybe you
would reiterate one more time.
Masters.dreamhack.com.
There we go. Got to make sure we're selling it, Matt. That's how we get paid. Upselling everything.
We didn't upsell any. I mean, we did kind of promote the VIP. That's a bit of an upsell, but it's not really. You're getting good value.
Exactly.
You get free food, man.
Get the meat Sadokist. Imagine that.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm going to GA.
Anyway, so we'll see what the approach is coming in from Luminosity. Looking at the pause will be coming to an end very soon indeed. It looks like they potentially won't be buying here, because you can see Cold Zero has just upgraded to a PT50. So they're going for the more conservative approach. I think this is the better idea. Next round they will get $2,400 on top of whatever they get this round. Maybe they can make something work with these M4s. It's going to be Fur and Taco. Let's see where they decide to go. But you'd assume Mousesports, there you have a very good read on the situation right now. And no 2 weapons are saved, and then the money won't be enough to actually buy up with those weapons, so they'll be slowing things right down, allowing Chris J to do some work, get some intel, and we'll see as we enter round number 21.
21 is 7 3 times, Henry.
Ah, so true.
Which is what Luminosity has. 7 rounds.
Is 7 the number of the day? It was 2 yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know what the number of the day is. Let's not get down this path again. But Taco's pushed in. Inside oh, that's going to give it away. There's a player on the right behind the box. Thankfully, he gets away unscathed. Could have been a decent position because he kind of lurked in a peculiar time, and like you said, that's commonly checked, but no one really considered it in that situation.
Yeah, so that's the play, trying to push into A main, get a first pick. These M4s are desperate to open it up any way they can, but so far haven't found anything. You see them kind of focusing their efforts towards middle here. Cold Zero with that P250 now alone on the A bomb site. Mousesports still have tons of time here, haven't even hit the 1 minute mark, so they can just afford to start grouping up now, working out where they're going to go. They've left the B side of the map completely open, so they probably need to start moving in the next 15 seconds or so before they lose complete intel on that side of the map. 50 seconds hits now. This will be an A attack coming in. One player in the form of Nico, of course, towards Squeaky Door.
Oh, easily lined up. Taco was waiting for it, though. Flash is going to come in, a flurry of nades used, and Dennis gets the refrag. This looks all right because now Cold Zero, he's left it just the pistol, and Nex takes him down. FNX. Only USB. He's last inside of the site behind Quad. The smokes come out. Fallen's not able to find it. But look at how disciplined this is from Mousesports. Again, they're going to slow things down. Fur does have that only rifle. Thankfully, a late smoke comes out to cover the gap because good damage was dealt. But Timber, they're going to push close up.
Lovely stuff. Only drop 1 player there as well.
So round 21, 14-7. 7 goes into 14 and 21. What is it with Germans and Brazilians and 7s?
Don't know.
7-1 World Cup.
Oh, that's good for you. That's some of your best work, actually. Someone make sure you make a video of that. So we're going to get that in this. Oh, hi. We're on camera for some reason. How's it going?
It's because we had to get that moment.
Anyway.
If you're wondering, yes, it's still me.
Well, we're getting to the crescendo of this game, Matt. So this is where you need to get serious, okay? 14 plays 7. Luminosity on the 4 spy. Famises. M4. Little grenades here. 1 defuse kit on Fur. The Mousesports with a very, very large advantage here. Going to round number 22, more of a default once again. You can see Spur towards the vents. We have got some heavy mid presence as well from Luminosity. Chris J just homing in on the A storage area, seeing if anyone will push with the flashbang. I assume Nico will be pushing towards Squeaky once again. Down through the door, he hasn't landed any shots just yet.
It's done it to me, Henry.
What's it done?
Cough box did the same thing.
I just told you.
Perma-muted me. But that is one of the spots where Nico on the CT side was able to get a number of his kills, so doing the same thing in reverse from the T side, and Tonko's not going to get caught this time as he did in the first half, both Taco and FNX for that matter. So we saw Nico get 2 kills through that door. Chris, Dennis next though are setting up right now inside of the AMA. Nico will come out late from this, and Speedy's just waiting in middle for rotations. There's one boosted into the vents, that's Fur, and Cole's going to come from that mid position as well. So Speedy rotates off it. Thankfully they'll have access, but they've lost FNX. Nico goes in, Taco's in the open, caught. He had to have been expecting that push from Nico. That's all the timing could have been. He looked away from the flash, but Nico times it just right. And now it's Cole dancing on the edge of the smoke that has to find a way back into the site.
We have got the aggressive push towards the forklift there. It's going to be Cold Zero trying to find one, but he's taken down by Chris J. 4-on-2 now in favour of Mousesports. Bomb will be planted. Default plant here, and now it's Fur and Fallen. Make it just Fur as Chris J finds him. He's got no real rifle. Famis and 1 smoke, and this should be the round going in favour of Mousesports. 15 plays 7 now. What is going on? The current major champions map up against the ropes again. Mousesports here.
I mean, more impressively, yeah, there is definitely, LG's timings look not nearly what we're used to. Again, there, Taco gets caught in the open. There's been a few questionable plays.
That's the thing, once he knows that Nico's taking down his teammate towards upper, he needs to be falling back at that stage. He's so wide, there's no way that reflex not coming in. You're absolutely right. I guess it was a risk he had to take, considering what they had available. He needed to find kills there. So, potentially the last round coming in here. We've got pistols and a Famis for Luminosity, desperately trying to hold on here. And Mousesports are aware of the situation as well. Once again, going very default, holding for aggressive pushes, and not giving anything away just yet. We have got Fur boosted in the B storage area above the smoke, just trying to find something here, but Mousesports, I'm going to give it to him.
Map point, Mousesports. Speedy was waiting for that push if Fur went any further than that as well, but Fallen has got up toward middle. Not spotted just yet either, as he has the only rifle of Famas to work with. See if he can make any plays with it. Smoke's going to dissolve. He'll finally get a peek. Get some information if anyone's waiting. Dennis is, but it's toward the B connector. And Mousesports, again, the discipline, the slow pace, no one overextending. They know the situation.
This makes their map. Sweat out here, bleed them out, make them use all the smokes, all the flashbangs, and there it is. Dennis gets the first pick. That's what they wanted. That's towards middle. Waiting for any aggression coming in from Fallen. He's the man to drop. Still 40 seconds remain as the CTs start showing their hand towards the A side, but the bomb's in the B storage. Nico just wants to find a frag here, and he's kept them contained at A. 3 players towards it. This is perfect. Nico probably will find this kill. There it is. Takes down Taco. FNX finds him, but next coming in to rectify the situation. Bombing towards B now.
At first, completely blinded. It's already down. Mousesports are going to top the group. They're the first team to advance into the quarterfinals, and they do it against the defending major champions, Luminosity. We'll have to play in the decider match against Tyloo tomorrow, a rematch, but this is so good from the Germans.
That was very impressive, I have to say. A very clinical performance as well. Their CT side was just perfect. Adjusting themselves almost every single round, making sure that everyone, we said it again, everyone on the team's contributing. People are finding frags, and actually Dennis as well. Big plays from him. Speedy finding some good clutches. Chris J hitting the shots he had to as well. It looked like Luminosity just didn't have an answer for it. Their money situation on the T side was very poor. Didn't really get rolling with the AWP too much, but I have to say, Mousesports a dominating victory for them.
That's very impressive. Again, we talked about Cash, Luminosity, arguably their second worst, of the maps that they play, and they leave it in the pool. I think maybe it had to do with the liquid